In today's digital age, communication plays a pivotal role in dating, with texting at the forefront. In our fast-paced world, the art of conversation has evolved beyond face-to-face interactions. Texting is now a key player in the dating game, offering immediate and convenient ways to connect with potential partners. From the early stages of getting to know each other to building deeper connections, texting offers a platform for constant communication. It's like having a direct line to someone's thoughts and feelings, a window into their world that's available at the touch of a button. Not only does it bridge the gap of distance, but it also allows for a level of control over the conversation. You have the time to think about your responses, to craft the perfect message that conveys your intentions and emotions. So, whether you're starting a new relationship or deepening an existing one, remember, harnessing the power of texting can open up new avenues in your romantic pursuits. While texting can be a powerful tool, it also comes with its own set of challenges. Now, let's dive into some of the common issues many of us face when trying to flirt over text. First up is the tricky issue of misinterpretation of tone. In face-to-face interactions, we rely heavily on non-verbal cues, like body language and facial expressions, to understand the tone of the conversation. But when it comes to texting, these cues are absent, making it quite easy for our messages to be misunderstood. For instance, a playful tease can easily be mistaken for a rude comment, or a simple joke might come off as sarcasm. Next on the list is the dreaded overthinking of responses. We've all been there, right? You receive a text and suddenly you're in a whirlwind of thoughts, trying to decipher its meaning or craft the perfect response. You might spend hours or even days agonizing over whether to use an exclamation point or a period, or whether that emoji is too flirty or not flirty enough. This overthinking can not only drain your energy, but also strip the spontaneity and fun out of the conversation. Another common challenge is coming across as insincere or too eager. In the quest to impress, it's easy to fall into the trap of saying things you don't mean or responding too quickly to every message. This can make you come off as desperate or fake, which can be quite a turn-off. We also can't ignore the issue of maintaining the right balance. Flirting is all about subtlety and timing. You want to show interest, but not too much too soon. You want to be playful, but not offensive. Striking this balance can be like walking a tightrope, especially when you're trying to do it through text. Lastly, there's the problem of keeping the conversation interesting. Texting doesn't have the same dynamic as face-to-face conversation, where a lull can be filled with a smile or a change in topic. In texting, a dull conversation can quickly lead to a dead end, leaving you frantically searching for anything to say to keep the conversation going. But fear not, for every problem, there's a solution waiting to be discovered. In the upcoming scenes, we'll be exploring practical tips and strategies to overcome these challenges. We'll delve into the art of using humor, compliments, and emojis to master the art of text flirting. So stay tuned, because we're about to demystify the world of text flirting and help you build deeper connections one text at a time. Flirting over text can be an art form, and like any art, it can be mastered with practice and the right techniques. It's all about striking the right balance between being playful and sincere, while also making your interest known. So how do you do this? Firstly, let's talk about the use of humor. A well-placed joke or witty remark can be a great icebreaker and can help keep the conversation light and fun. It shows that you're not taking things too seriously and that you're someone who can make her smile. Remember, the goal here is to make her look forward to your texts, and humor is a great way to do that. But what kind of humor should you use? It's best to keep it light and avoid anything that could be offensive or misinterpreted. Puns, playful teasing, and funny anecdotes are all fair game. And remember, humor is subjective, so pay attention to her responses to gauge what kind of jokes she enjoys. Now let's move on to timing. When it comes to text flirting, timing is everything. You don't want to bombard her with messages, but you also don't want to leave her waiting too long for a response. Be consistent with your replies, but don't feel the need to respond immediately every time. A little anticipation can be a good thing. Next up, compliments. Everyone loves receiving compliments, and they can be a powerful tool in your text flirting arsenal. But here's the trick. They need to be genuine and specific. Instead of generic compliments like, "You're pretty," try something more personal like, "I love how your eyes light up when you talk about your passion for painting." This shows that you're paying attention to her as an individual and not just throwing out random compliments. And what about emojis? They're a great way to add a bit of color and fun to your texts. They can help convey tone and emotion, which can be tricky in text form. But be careful not to overuse them. A well-placed emoji can enhance a message, but too many can make it hard to take you seriously. Another key aspect of text flirting is keeping the conversation light and fun. This isn't the time for heavy topics or deep philosophical debates. Instead, focus on getting to know each other and sharing fun, interesting experiences. Ask about her day, her interests, and her dreams. Show genuine interest in her and make her feel special. Finally, and perhaps most importantly, be genuine. Authenticity is attractive. Don't pretend to be someone you're not just to impress her. Show her your true self, quirks and all. After all, the goal here isn't just to flirt, but to build a connection. With these tips, you're well on your way to becoming a text flirting maestro. Remember, practice makes perfect, so don't be disheartened if things don't go perfectly at first. Keep trying, keep learning, and most importantly, keep having fun. Because at the end of the day, that's what flirting is all about, having fun and making connections. So go forth and flirt, text maestros. Now let's see how these strategies play out in real-life scenarios. Our first example comes from a guy named Mark. He was interested in a girl named Lisa. He knew humor was his strength, so he used it to his advantage. He started the conversation with a light-hearted joke about the weather, something they could both relate to. The joke not only made Lisa laugh, but it also broke the ice and set a fun tone for the rest of their conversation. Next, we have the story of Sarah and Alex. Sarah was aware that Alex was a big fan of a particular band. When she found out they were coming to their city, she used this information to start a conversation. She texted him, "Guess who's coming to town next month? Your favorite band." This showed Alex that Sarah was attentive and interested in his likes, sparking a connection between them. Then there's the case of Tom and Jenna. Tom wanted to compliment Jenna, but didn't want to come off as insincere or overwhelming. He decided to compliment her on something she had control over, her sense of style. He texted her, "I must say, you do have an impeccable sense of style." This compliment was specific, genuine, and personal, making Jenna feel special and appreciated. Our fourth example is the story of Emily and Jake. Emily knew that Jake was having a tough day at work, so she decided to send him a funny emoji sequence to lighten his mood. The unexpected and creative message brought a smile to Jake's face and showed him that Emily was there for him, even on tough days, strengthening their bond. And finally, let's look at the case of Michelle and Sam. They had been texting back and forth for a while, but things were starting to feel a bit stale. Michelle decided to make a bold move and suggest a spontaneous meetup. She texted him, "How about we ditch these texts and grab a coffee?" This text showed confidence and initiative, and it moved their connection from virtual to real life. Each of these stories is unique, but they all have something in common. They show that successful text flirting is about more than just sending a message. It's about timing, understanding the other person's interests, using humor, giving genuine compliments, and sometimes taking the initiative to move things forward. Remember, text flirting isn't a one-size-fits-all game. What works for one person might not work for another. The key is to be attentive, be genuine, and don't be afraid to show a bit of your personality. These examples show that with the right approach, text flirting can be a game changer. Let's wrap up what we've learned today. Texting has become an integral part of modern dating, and knowing how to flirt effectively over text can play a pivotal role in building a connection. However, it's not without its challenges. The tone can easily be misinterpreted, and insincerity can creep in if not careful. To master the art of text flirting, we discussed using humor, genuine compliments, and the strategic use of emojis to convey feelings. We also highlighted the importance of being yourself, as authenticity shines brighter than any pre-prepared script. We delved into some real-life examples of successful text flirting, showcasing how these strategies can lead to positive outcomes. But remember, the key is always to be respectful and considerate of the other person's feelings. Remember, the goal of text flirting is to make a connection, not win a game. So keep it light, fun, and above all, true to who you are. We hope you found this video helpful and entertaining. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. We've got more dating tips and tricks up our sleeve, and we can't wait to share them with you. Your experiences matter to us, so feel free to share your own text flirting stories in the comments section. Stay tuned for our next video, Stronger Together, where we'll explore how to navigate relationship challenges. Until then, happy dating!